Hey, what's happening, North Texas? Time for the June section traffic manager update. Now, last month I did this video for the first time, and I used more of a news format, and I got some feedback that perhaps I should look for a more personal approach to this. So try and change it up a little bit this month. Let me know what you think. You can leave a comment if you're watching this on YouTube, or you're welcome to send me an email, Kilo 8 Alpha Mike Hotel at ARRL.net. So why don't we jump right into the details here. Field Day 2020, it's in the books. And hopefully you had the chance to participate and earn your bonus points related to formal message handling and also your message to the section manager, Steve Lott-Smith, or Greg Evans, our section emergency coordinator. And to help you earn your bonus points, we put together a video that gave a crash course on traffic handling that had over 450 views on YouTube. And I originally posted this on a couple of key places, our North Texas, Facebook, Twitter, the Groups.io discussion group, DFW Metroplex Traffic Net Facebook group, and the Field Day Facebook group. Through the natural viral state of things, that got shared across a bunch of other places. I kind of followed it on Facebook, and I'm very happy to say that a couple other sections, Louisiana and Indiana, ran with the video to help their folks out in earning their bonus points, along with some other podcasts and other amateur radio groups. So it was very excellent to see, and I really hope those other groups, and I hope you found that video useful. Speaking of the field day, we're still very much interested in any photos you may have, whether you were operating at home or if you were at a remote location. The place to submit those is at kilo8alphamikehotel.com/field day photos. And the reason that's on my webpage rather than the section webpage is I was able to put that there in about 5 minutes. And so it was just a really easy place to put it. And so that's why we put it there. But head over to my webpage and submit your photos. We'd love to have them for some upcoming section projects. We would like to feature folks in this section enjoying the hobby. And so that's why we're very much interested in any photos you have from your field day operations. All right, let's jump into the traffic statistics. And hey, guess what? Surprise, traffic volumes have continued to go up. I would expect they'll go down for July because we have all the field day traffic from June, but very exciting to see the values go up in June. So let's look at the numbers. 570 messages moved during traffic nets, up from 393 in May. And again, I expect this will go down for July, but very exciting to see stations are picking up traffic handling. And if we look at the numbers from a year ago, for maybe a better comparison on things, traffic volumes are up 53%. And so very exciting to see the increased level of involvement in the traffic system. I hope this trend continues. Very much excited to see this. Let's jump into station activity reports. Before I get into the numbers, though, I think it's important to go over how these scores are calculated because I've got some really big news related to SAR totals. And so to give you a quick primer on this to help you understand, let's just jump in. How the station activity report is calculated, it's essentially a count of the number of traffic or messages that stations originated, sent, received, or delivered. And rather than dive into these textbook definitions, why don't I walk through it instead? So let's say you are the traffic handler and someone approaches you and says, hey, I'd like to send a message through the traffic system. Can you help me with that? And they give you the details of that message, and you grab a blank radiogram and you fill it out with the information related to their message. This counts as an origination point. You helped someone else create a message to put into the system. So if you made your own message, that's not an origination. When you help someone else, that counts as an origination point. Continuing now, so you have the message and there's another traffic handler that you're going to relay it to over the air. This is the relay in ARRL. And so whether on a traffic net or something like that, you read the message or you send the message to that other station and they copy it word for word and letter for letter on their end. This counts for you as a send point. You sent it, you relayed it to the other station. That other station gets to collect a receive point because they received that piece of traffic from you. Continuing on this piece of traffic's journey, that other traffic handler is in the destination area for that person that's receiving this message. And so the recipient gets on the phone with that other traffic handler and that type of thing. And the message is read to that recipient, and that counts as a delivered point for that other traffic handler. So in this scenario, you get an origination point and a send point. That other station gets a receive point and a deliver point. So now with an understanding of the SAR scores, here's the numbers. And again, things are up because we've had so much increased activity last month. So up from 1,002 to 1,733. I like to dive a little bit deeper into these numbers because I think the sent and received reflect the data a little bit better. And if we compare against last month, we see that in May, we were at 467 and 514 for send and receive, and in June we're up to 773 and 989. That is a reflection of the increased amount of traffic that was introduced in the system, whether that was field day traffic or otherwise. And so again, very exciting to see these increased levels. If we look at the totals over the past year, again, you can see we are very, very, very much up versus where we've been over the past year. It's just, again, right back to increased involvement. Again, very exciting to see. So for traffic handlers, there are ways to earn recognition from ARRL for your commitment to public service. And one of those is the Brass Pounders League. And the way that you qualify for the Brass Pounders League is if you either have a station activity report score of 500 or higher, or you've originated or delivered, or the combination of those, over 100 pieces of traffic. And I'm very excited to announce that Roger, KE5YTA, has qualified for Brass Pounders League on both metrics. His SAR score 837, and he delivered 102 radiograms last month. It's very, very exciting to see Roger's dedication to traffic handling, and congratulations to you, Roger, for qualifying for Brass Pounders League last month. Okay, so moving on from the numbers, some other things we had going on. I did ask for traffic for NASA astronauts Benkin and Hurley, and I'm very excited to say that I had over 60 messages come in, and I priority mailed those to NASA Johnson Space Center. I have been asked why not send them up to the space station directly. I've only one time successfully had an APRS packet go through the space station, and that took a lot of work. So to get over 60 messages up there would take a lot. And so I'm going through NASA's established channels for sending messages to our astronauts. So I priority mailed those down, and if I do hear anything back from NASA, I will of course share with everybody. I put together a short white paper, about 7 pages, discussing some of the data metrics that came from that. For example, traffic took on average about 2.5 days, a little longer than 2.5 days to reach here. And so that is a reasonable expectation for traffic movement across the country. And I go into some details on that and some other metrics in the white paper. You can download that again from my webpage, because it was an easier place to post a bunch of things in the quick term, k8amh.com/NASA, and there will be a link to the white paper at the top. Another item I had last month was first Radiogram Awards, and excited to say that in May I issued 5 of those certificates, and last month I issued 8. And congratulations to those stations for sending their first radiograms. Did you send your first radiogram during field day? I'd love to know about it and get you the certificate. Head to k8amh.com and submit your radiogram information, and I'll be sure to get that in the mail to you as soon as possible. And now here are some upcoming events here in the North Texas section. So that's it for this month's update. Make sure to like and subscribe, and feel free to leave comments if you have any feedback about this month's video. You can follow me on Twitter, ARRLNTXSTM. You can find out more information about the National Traffic System and traffic handling. That's on my webpage, k8amh.com. You can also subscribe to my Section Traffic Manager newsletter there. For information from the North Texas section, news and other updates, visit the section webpage, arrlntx.org. And as always, thank you so much for helping to move traffic through the section. Appreciate it very much. I'm Aaron, Kilo 8 Alpha Mike Hotel Section Traffic Manager here in ARRL North Texas land, and I hope to hear you on a future Traffic Net. Take care, everybody. 73.